was so good. The Book of Mormon.
We raved about it on Twitter.
We have seen the light. We're both converting
to
Book of
Mormonism.
The Book of Mormonism.
Yeah, because I mean, not actual Mormon.
Not actual Mormonism, but the Book of Mormon musical church.
Yes, the church.
The Church of the Book of Mormon musical.
The Church of Hasidiga Eli.
Inside joke.
We're gonna try to talk about this as much as possible without spoiling.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's hard because there's a lot of things I want to rave about.
I know,
but I would not have found it as enjoyable or funny. I think if I had known what was coming.
Exactly.
Because all I really knew about the show before seeing it was I knew that it was about Mormons, 2 Mormon missionaries going to Africa.
Yes.
And that it was by really funny people.
Yes.
And that's all I knew. And that's all you should know going in.
I concur. You know, we're comedians, and we find that irreverent, we're going to make fun of everyone and not care about what anyone thinks of it. Yes. Humor. Hilarious.
Yeah. Dish it out.
We love it. So that, coupled with the fact that it is just a great piece of live musical theater, it was like our mecca.
It was.
Speaking of being offensive,
it was like we saw the 3rd preview, and I was like, freeze it.
Yeah, no.
Freeze it right now. It's perfect. There's nothing you could take away. I can't imagine anything being taken away from what we saw, and I can't imagine adding anything to even make it any better because it was so good.
I know.
So we paid full price for.
The cheapest.
The cheapest, which
are cheap.
Still, yeah, but. We were sitting in the back of, like, the mezz or whatever. There's no balcony in that theater. But it was not bad.
No, it wasn't bad. And I'll say it's worth it.
Oh,
I mean, especially if you're going to just see it once and you want to splurge, it certainly is worth it.
Yeah.
I want to see it a whole bunch more times, and I don't think that I would be able to just keep shelling out that amount of money.
But if you're coming to New York or something like that, I mean, shell out the like $60, $70, sit in the back of the mezz because it's not that far back. It's not like, depending on what theater you're in, like, if you're in the back of the mezz at the Eugene O'Neill, which is where Book of Mormon is, you can still see like facial expressions. Yeah. If you're at the back of the mezz at the Broadway theater, they're like little Lego people. Yeah. Like that's how I judge how good my seats are. If I can see facial expressions, because
definitely
when you're so far back that you can't see facial expressions, I mean, that takes away so much of your experience.
I agree. Oh, so good. It was just so good. The music was so good. Every now and then, I'll like walk down the street and have like flashbacks.
And I believe.
Don't ruin it.
Just that. Can't tell you anything else.
So good. Because that song is just beautiful musical theater song, but joke after joke after joke after joke after joke.
You know what else I want to say about the Book of Mormon musical? I did not know that much about Mormons. And now I do. I've been educated.
Well, and here's the other thing, though. Because obviously it is like sort of a with love, but a little bit of a patronizing, oh, bless their hearts, dig at Mormons. But I think that, especially in the way that song was structured, again, no spoilers, he's talking about all the things he believes based on the tenets of his religion. If you took tenets of any religion and put them in that context, that's the point. It's faith. It's like some of that stuff sounds crazy. In Catholicism, they believe that not only are you having the body of Christ at the Eucharist, but literally when the priest blesses it, it's not a symbol. You are literally eating the body of Christ and literally drinking his blood.
That's crazy.
It's like you take any tenet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know what I think? You know what I'm thinking about Mormons and what I think the thing is about them? Also because I watched The Boys on Jon Stewart. Right, and they were talking about, like, because everyone's like, what do you have against Mormons? You're always going after Mormons, and they're kind of like, find them fascinating. I really think it is kind of one of those things where it's like, they're so fucking happy all the time. And
it's true.
I want to be that happy all the time. Don't we all want to be as fucking blissful and happy as Mormons seem to be all the time? They, like, believe these things that you're like, what? And then, but they're so happy. They're so happy.
Yeah.
We all want to be so happy all the time. So we're kind of, like, jealous. I think it's, like, this strange, like, what is it that you have in your life that makes you so happy all the time?
Yeah.
Gotta start believing in God. I believe in Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I believe. Oh, those boys, so funny.
I mean,
funny
so
boys.
funny, and Robert Lopez from Avenue Q.
Yes.
It's just
because
like,
the music is like so good,
and the choreography is so good.
Oh, there's that tap number.
I mean, come on.
Listen,
That
tap is my
number.
favorite form of dance, and that tap number was genius.
It was amazing.
The choreography was great. Staging was great. The concept of that dance number was.
I know. Again, this is something that we cannot be specific on because we don't want to ruin it for everyone.
You have to go see it. Listen, if anybody has tickets, we would love to see it again.
We'll see it again.
I'd see it many times.
Many times.
You know. We'll post another
tweet
review.
about it all the time.
We'll be eternally grateful for any free tickets to the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
That anyone wants to give us. Or any other show.
we should pray about it.
We should.
Pray for them.
We should pray for Book of Mormon tickets.
Yes.
Free Book of Mormon tickets.
God's favorite
Or
blogger.
just being chosen at the lottery.
Yeah.
We pray for that.
That's true. We'll try the lotto.
Jesus, love me for the Bible tells me so.
Book of Mormon, give me free tickets, you shall.
Yeah.